Hello, hello, all of you beautiful faces. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to be here today because I have not been on the day that I'm doing this video. I haven't even posted a video in a week. I have been really, really sick and we're just going through a lot right now. So things are just taking priority, and that's just the way it is. But before we get into my very first ever Slay Glam box that I'm really excited to show you guys, which is actually September box. I'll tell you about that, but I'm getting it in October. I did not receive that in September. I just literally received it about 3 minutes ago. But before we get into that, I'm going to finish along the vein of testimonies and sharing a testimony with you guys because I feel like that is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So instead of, I am going to be doing some word videos. I am going to be uploading the ABCs of Christianity, hopefully in the next week, and some other things as well. But right now I feel like we should just remember the things that God's done for us to keep our faith levels high. Because if you love the Lord, then you're going through it. If you're a true Christian, and you really truly love the Lord, then you're under attack, because the enemy knows the days are numbered. But so this testimony goes back to the year of 2003, because Savannah was born in 2002 and Savannah was only 11 months old. And let me tell you, I'll tell you a brief little history about my kids. Something just dropped in front of my face. I think a little spider just went, but so Dylan was like the very, like, full of joy. Just both of my kids were like full of joy, but Dylan was like the happy-go-lucky, for lack of better terms, just like, oh my gosh, he just did things at his pace. By his first birthday, he hadn't even walked, nor had he crawled. And on his first birthday, I always said, when Dylan feels like doing it, he's gonna just do it. On his first birthday, he got up. He did not go from the table. He just got up and walked across the room like he'd been doing it for a year. And we were like, happy birthday to you and us. Like, we were just tripping out. And I was like, see, that's my son. I knew it. When he's ready to do it, he's going to just do it. He was never interested in crawling. He never even did that wobbling thing. Savannah, on the other hand, that girl was moving and going from the very second that she figured out she could possibly do it. And she literally, the very first day that I sat her on the floor, she had never even crawled. I don't even remember. I don't remember how many months old she was, but she was young, really young. I think it was less than 6 months. Or I don't know, maybe it was about 6 months. She hadn't even like crawled. So the phone was ringing. I was standing by my front door in our foyer area, and I set her down, and I had a spiral staircase at the time that was like 13 or 14 stairs up. And I come back and she's gone. I was literally grabbed the phone, walked back in, and she was not there. And I immediately looked at the door and looked out front because I thought someone came in the front door and took her. And all of a sudden I hear this. Savannah is sitting at the top of the stairs, giving herself a hand for climbing to the top of the stairs. So that's how my kids were. So this is when Savannah was 11 months old, this story. Savannah had only said daddy. A nerve. She hadn't even said mom yet at this time. Nani. She had said Nani. She said Poppy, like Poppy Skip was her grandpa. Not mom. Again, the nerve. But, you know. But, so, for a month and a half, I'm not kidding you, it was a month and a half straight, my kids had the flu, and it was going back and forth between the two of them. One of them would get healed and be doing better, and then the other one would get sick. And then it would stay for like a week and a half, and then it would leave that person and then go to the other go to the other child. And we were exhausted because we were caring for Tim's father at the time, who lived with us, who had 7 strokes. And then we had a 2-year-old and a newborn. And not newborn, but an 11-month-old. So Dylan was like almost 3 and Savannah was almost 1. And it literally, I remember exactly the timeline because I've told this story so many times that I remember exactly how long it was. It was exactly a month and a half. I'd finally gotten the kids together. The kids slept in one room and we had bunk beds. Not bunk beds, but it was like a loft bed from IKEA, and it had an area where you could put a desk underneath, but we didn't do that because Dylan was young and Savannah wanted to share a room with him, so we just put a mattress on the floor. She would not sleep anywhere without her brother. She had no interest in her crib. Once she found out how to climb out of her crib, she would climb out of her crib and go fall asleep on the floor in her brother's room. She wanted to be with Dylan all the time. She did not want to be without her big brother, which was adorable. So we were like, let's just put the mattress on the floor. She's 11 months. If she rolls off, she's only going to fall 6 inches, you know, no big deal. So we put her in there. They were finally going to sleep. I go into the bedroom, which, like, when you come up the spiral staircase, you come up the staircase, there's a bedroom right here to the left, which was Savannah's room, and then right in the door next to it was Dylan's room. And then you would turn right, and there was a guest room over here, the bathroom, and then back at the end of the hall was mine and my husband's master bedroom. So it was like about a 25-foot stretch from down the hallway, from down where the guest room was, back to our master bedroom door. And I fall into bed. I'm laying in bed. I'm exhausted. Tim is exhausted. He's laying right next to me. And we're like, oh my gosh, Lord, like, please let it end. And all of a sudden, the wave of the flu washed over me. And I knew I was getting sick. And I said out loud, oh Lord, please, no. Not in a faith voice, but in a kind of complaining, like, I'm so exhausted voice. I was like, please, Lord, we have been going through this for a month and a half. Please do not let this get on me. And I'm kind of saying something along those lines. And the Lord said to me, so clearly just inside my spirit, he's all, if you do not get up and pray, and he meant get up and get out of bed, because you have to know me. When I'm well, I was the type of person who would like walk. I would be in our bonus room praying and I'd be walking back and forth. I was a pacer when I prayed. I'd pace the floor and pray. And I wasn't sit in the chair kind of. I was always moving. I could never just sit down and relax. I was always moving. So the Lord said, if you do not get up and pray within 10 minutes, you will be throwing up. Now, the Lord knows me. My least favorite thing in the world is when I'm sick is to throw up, is to be throwing up. And so you better believe that motivated me to get up and start pacing the hall. Well, I went from my master bedroom door down to the guest room door. I'd looking at the kids and I'd walk back and forth, and I was praying in the spirit. And I was praying in English as well over this flu that was about to attack my body. I was on my 6th time going back, and I was by the door, and I hear Savannah, my daughter, who has only said Nani, Dad, and Papi, say, Mommy, come here. I want to pray for you. I'm like, I go into the bedroom and I'm standing there, and I walk up to her bed and she puts her hand up on my leg. I scream, Tim, get your bed in here right now. I screamed it at the top of my lungs. Tim comes running down the hall. I think I may have said it before I walked up to her bed, because I said, your daughter just said a full sentence. Tim's standing next behind me. I stand right next to the bed. Savannah, now you have to know Savannah's personality. This is so Savannah as well. She will do the least amount of effort, but be very effective in what she does. But she wants to exert the least amount of effort doing what she has to do. So she doesn't get up out of bed to pray for me. She lays there. She puts her hand up my leg, which was like right below my knee. And I'll never forget to this day. I don't remember all of the tongues that she spoke, but she spoke in tongues, which she, hello, never spoken in English except for 3 words. And she said, Kun Satadea. That was part of what she said, Kun Satadea. I'll never forget it because it's ingrained in my heart. She prayed in tongues over me. She started with that, I believe, or either it was a little bit and then the Kun Satadea in another tongue, and then she stopped, she took her hand off, and she just turned over to lay there, and me and Tim, I'm weeping, tears rolling down my face. Tim's got his hands in the air, praising God. I've got my hands in the air, praising God. We're both weeping, and Savannah rolls back over, and she's all, okay, you can go now. I'm finished. And she like literally wanted us to get out so she could sleep. And we go back into our room and literally fell on our knees. And I was instantly healed. The flu instantly left my body. I don't want to cry my makeup off because it's the first time I've got to wear it in 7 days. But, you know, when we teach our kids from the beginning, and this is what we did with our kids, when our kids came to us for prayer, we would pray with them, but we we taught them that mommy and daddy does not just have God inside of them, that God dwells inside of them as well, and that they have the same authority and the same anointing and the same power that mommy and daddy have and walk in. So they need to believe that they go to God and we will come alongside of them and agree. And because we taught them that, I believe we've seen things through our children that have just been nothing short of miraculous. But we decided from day one that we were going to be the ones that work the word, where train your child up in the way that they should go, and when they're old, they will not depart from it. I would not want to start teaching my kid when they're 8, thinking that's when they'll understand. No, God made our children to understand from birth what He put in us because He is God. But I just knew that was the story I was supposed to share with you guys. Don't ever second guess your children, and that God could not flow and move through your children, because God is God. And children are the most purest incorruptible vessels. This is why the word says, come like a child. Look, Savannah was just like, come here, I want to pray for you. Put her hand up on me, Kun Satadea, rolled back over. And then when I didn't leave, she was like, okay, you can go now. I'm done. Like, get out, I want to sleep. I mean, and you have to know that before I even met my daughter, like met her personality, that's exactly who my daughter is today. She'd be like, yeah, I'm praying for you, but now I got to move on to something else, so you can go now. Okay, bye, done. I'm telling you, but God is so good. So I just had to share that with you. I'm sorry it took this long, but I'll make it quick with this Glam box. But I'm telling you, God is just so faithful, you guys. We just got to trust Him. So my box is a little bit crunched. I'm sure hoping that doesn't mean the things inside are crunched, but I'm going to pull it out one thing at a time. And so I see, look, I have seen this, but I don't honestly remember, because I have been so sick lately that I literally haven't even given my channel much thought, because other things just have to take priority, and that's just the way it is. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, I love brushes, and I love the white These are my actual favorite type of bristles, is the white synthetic. They tend to work really well on my skin. And, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about these. They are, oh, it's by Doe Color. Oh. Okay, I have to say, I love every single shape. Like, I'm super duper picky about brushes, but look at these brushes. The shape is exactly, oh my gosh, I'm not kidding. Okay, I like it so much that I'd almost want to get another box just to get another set of these brushes because they are exactly the size I like for my eyes. Oopsie. Something doesn't fall. It's not Pamela's video. Those are amazing. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Slay Glam Box. This is wow. Okay, I love the brushes. Love it. Next thing I pull out is called Drippin' Diamonds Beauty. Oh, okay, now oh no. Oh my God. Okay, girl, you got me. You had me at diamonds. Now, let me just show you. I'm going to pick up something easy that doesn't have anything in it instead of carrying something if you guys don't know about what I'm bringing out. Hello. This is so me. And honestly, I don't care what the color is because you had me at the packaging. Oh, it's like a brick red. I'm not gonna lie, that is not my color red. I am trying to branch out. Well, I'm not trying to. I am branching out as far as my colors, but I'm sorry, you could not rip this out of my hands because of the packaging. I am not kidding. I do wish it was a blue red because a blue red is like more my color, but I'm actually gonna give it a go because I am changing that about myself, about how I see myself in dark colors. I don't think they look good on me, and that's me. It's a core belief I have to get over. So the next thing, oh my gosh, now I have this palette already. It's amazing too. I'm not kidding. This is an absolutely gorgeous JCat Beauty. This palette is stunning. I want to make sure that this is the one I have. I think it is. If it's not, what I'm going to do is, I have not done a giveaway in a really long time, since my 30 days of giveaways, and I'm really itching, not itching to do one. Forgive me, Lord, that's a bad confession, but if this is not the one, if this is the one I have, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the giveaway stuff and not put it in my sale. No matter, I do not, not give because of my circumstances. My circumstances does not dictate my life of giving. God dictates my life of giving, and it doesn't matter what I'm going through. That doesn't stop me from living the way that God made me to live. So the next item is Medusa's makeup. Oh, okay. Yeah, witch lash. I'm sorry, but this will not stay in my house. I don't like it. I don't like the name. I'm sorry. I'm a Christian. I'm not judging any witches. The way you live is between you and God. I just do not. Medusa is a demon, number one. And no, it's just not. I will show you what it looks like, but this is not something that's going to stay in my house. Oh, what a bummer too, because I absolutely love the color. I so really wanted like a color, like a purple or like a blue for lower lashes, just to accentuate. I'm really bummed. I'm bummed about the name. Look, I'm not going to have anything in my home that dishonors my God or my belief system, and I am not judging anybody else and what they decide to have in theirs. That's between you and God. That's just my personal choice. And so I think this is the last item, and hello, it is a gigantic palette by Glam Light, which I do not own a Glam Light palette. Oh my gosh, look at the color. Oh, okay, you had me at hello on the palette. This is the color lipstick that I wish it was. This is a true blue red. This is one of the prettiest palettes. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys. Okay. I am so not mad that this arrived in October anymore, baby, because beautiful, this box was so worth waiting for. This is so a me palette. Oh my gosh, I love the colors, love it. And it is, oh my gosh, if I was going to do a faux, this is so one of the colors I would have chose. So Glam Light, wow, look at it, it's just stunning all the way around. Wow. I have to tell you, I had heard about this box, but never really checked into it. And I didn't check into it because of what we've been dealing with. And I finally paid off all our bills last month. Thank you, Jesus. And so now what we have to deal with is rent and then the bills that we accumulate that month. And so I was like, okay, can I get this box to do on my channel? And I could not believe how amazing the box was. But look at one palette, two palettes. Now, you want to win me with the box, baby, you give me 2 eyeshadow palettes because I am an eyeshadow palette aholic. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm a little addicted. The lashes, which I'm not kidding, I would so sport this if it didn't have the theme that it had, and I'm truly disappointed that it has that. But I'm a Christian and I love God more. This is so me, and honestly, I love the container so much that I'm not disappointed in the color. And since I'm branching out, I think if I pull off a warm look and with the right color sweater, I may be able to pull that off. And then, okay, I'm sorry, like I haven't liked a box this much other than Ipsy in quite a long time. I mean, wow, you hit it out of the park, baby. Thank you so much for getting this to me and getting it to me in one piece. I am so grateful, and I'm an actual fan. So here it was, and I have another one coming soon in a couple weeks because I got the notice that it's been done and sent. So I'm so excited to get this month. Wow. But I'm not kidding. Love it. Love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the testimony, and I hope you enjoyed the unboxing, and I pray that God keeps you guys safe in this crazy, crazy world we live in. Bye.